Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the JSA Games channel, where today we are doing a FIFA career mode, but we are going back in time, 10 years in fact, to FIFA 14. We are going to be doing a rebuild career where we try and improve a team, make it better over the last 10 years than it has done in real life. And to start off with, we are going to do it with Manchester United, a team that hasn't lived up to what it used to be through the 90s and early 2000s. Let's get this underway. Let's try and make Manchester United the best team in the world again, like they were in 2007-2008 season. And if you like videos like this and you want to see more, please leave a like, and if there's any teams that you want me to do, leave a comment down below and I'll try and get round to those teams. I've got a few things in mind with FIFA 14, so yeah, let's get into this one. So just to start with, let's take a look at the Barclays Premier League table. Back in the 2013-14 season, we had the likes of Cardiff City in there, Hull City, both championship sides, along with Norwich, Southampton, who were a Premier League side throughout these years, I believe. Obviously went down last season, along with Swansea and West Brom, and even Sunderland there as well. So a lot of big teams that were in the 13-14 season now in the championship. Before we make any signings, let's take a look at this squad as well. De Gea, 22 years of age, 82 rated. We've got Ferdinand and Vidic as that centre-back pairing. Vidic at the age of 31, Patrice Evra at the age of 32 as a left-back. Tom Cleverley and Michael Carrick as the two holding midfielders, along with Antonio Valencia. Danny Welbeck was there. Rooney in the attacking midfielder role with Van Persie ahead of him. And then you've got Phil Jones, Fellaini, Shinji Kagawa. You've got Ashley Young, Nani, Javier Hernandez, a young Wilfred Zaha as well before he went back to Palace. There's some big names in here. Ryan Giggs, 39 years of age. Up and coming names like the youngster Jesse Lingard here. Adnan Januzaj, who was tipped to be one of the best players that Man United could possibly ever have, and Federico Makeda, who scored a wonderful goal against Aston Villa where I think he chopped back onto his right foot and just fell over but bent it into the far post. So Michael Keane is another one. We definitely need some starting 11 players, so after a little bit of rearranging, Phil Jones at the moment as our lowest rated player in the starting 11, 21 years of age, a young Phil Jones. So possibly a new right back coming in, and I'll have a look. We got 33 million, so we'll see who else we can bring in. So in this season, Manchester United actually bought in two players. First one being Marouane Fellaini for 32.4 million from Everton, and then Juan Mata from Chelsea for 44.73 million. We've obviously got Marouane Fellaini within the squad, but I don't think I'm going to bring Juan Mata in. I think I might look at a different midfielder for that one, and that midfielder is going to be Toni Kroos, 23 years of age, 84 rated from Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich accept 27 million plus Michael Carrick. So Toni Kroos is the first signing. Community Shield is the first game of our season, which United actually won 2-0 in this season against Wigan, so hopefully we can do the same and pick up our first trophy of this rebuild. Just stop the video a second. I made a mistake. I didn't have my microphone on for this next part of the video for the first season, so I do apologise. It will be back to normal in the second season, but I'll just be doing a voiceover for you for the rest of the first season and the gameplay in the Community Shield. So I thought I'd just let you know what's happened, but yes, on with the video. So here we go. Wigan get us underway in this Community Shield game. And Phil Jones running down the right hand side. We have skipped to 7 minutes, and it's Robin Van Persie, just like he did in real life, score the first goal early on, but he didn't do a horrible celebration like that. Darren Fletcher decides to just jump at him, but burst down the right hand side from Phil Jones, and Robin Van Persie puts us 1-0 up very early on. Literally nothing happened within the first 7 minutes, so it's headed backwards by the Wigan defender, and Boyce takes a heavy touch. Van Persie latches onto it. He's one-on-one with Carson, but Carson stays strong and they get the ball cleared. And that was pretty much it for the first half. Nothing really exciting apart from the goal and maybe that one-on-one chance from Van Persie as we get the second half underway. And we brought Fellaini on here, plays the ball forward to Valencia, to Jones. Valencia down the right hand side, he cuts back, Valencia with the cross, there's Van Persie in the middle again, and it's 2-0. And Robin Van Persie scored twice in the Community Shield the 2013-14 season, and he's done so in this rebuild here. And he is on for a hat-trick and another assist for Valencia. 2 crosses, 2 headers from those two. As we skip forward here, Giggs wins the ball high at the pitch. Rooney finds Valencia. Is it another assist, or can he have a go himself? And it's gone quite far wide there from Antonio Valencia, who now plays the ball through to Rooney. Here in the 90th minute, we're still 2-0 up. Rooney loses it, finds Van Persie. Awful shot in the end. Easy save for Scott Carson, who clears the ball away, and that should be it, and it is it. Manchester United have won the Community Shield. That is our first trophy of this rebuild. We match exactly what they did in real life at Wembley. 2-0 to Manchester United with a Van Persie double. Cruz are signing there in the celebrations with the captain Vidic, as they do the belly slide, which was, I don't think I've ever seen an English club do that, especially at Wembley. But here we go, on to the trophy lift, and Nemanja Vidic is going to be lifting the Community Shield, hopefully the first of many in this rebuild. As he gets the players ready to celebrate, Vidic lifts the trophy, and yes, trophy number 1 is secured. So let's get on with the season and see how well we can do, and if we can win any more trophies this season, that would be great. So as we skip through the season here, Manchester United actually finished 7th in the Premier League this season. In the Champions League, they only reached the quarter-finals, losing 4-2 to Bayern Munich on aggregate, and only reaching the 3rd round of the FA Cup, losing to Swansea 2-1. Whilst in the Capital One Cup, which is now called the Carabao Cup, they actually got to the semi-finals, where in the first leg they lost 2-1 away to Sunderland, and in the second leg they won 2-1, but they lost on penalties. Hopefully we can do better than what they did this season in real life, and maybe get some more trophies under our belt. So we've reached the end of the 13-14 season. Let's see how we did in the league. And we've actually won the Premier League. We have beaten Manchester City by 2 points to the title. That is our 2nd trophy of this rebuild, along with the Community Shield. We didn't make the FA Cup final. It's a North London derby. We actually lost to Middlesbrough in the round of 16. In the Capital One Cup, Cardiff City won the cup. They beat Chelsea in the final 2-1. We didn't actually reach the round of 16. We must have got knocked out earlier on in the trophy. Chelsea actually beat QPR 7-2 in the semi-final as well, so to lose to Cardiff in the final. And we lost in the quarter-final, just like United did in real life, but this time to Barcelona 4-3, who have reached the final for an El Clasico. With all of that done, let's head into Season 2. In the 14-15 season, Manchester United had Louis van Gaal become the manager, and he had a bit of a clear out of the club with loads of names going, the likes of Nani going out on loan to Sporting, Zaha started off out on loan at Palace, Jesse Lingard went on loan to Derby, Anderson went for a free transfer to Internacional, Ben Amos on loan to Bolton. But there were some big names also leave the club, the likes of Nemanja Vidic, who went on a free transfer to Inter Milan. Rio Ferdinand went to QPR, so both centre-backs had gone. Shinji Kagawa went to Borussia Dortmund for 8 million. Danny Welbeck was the most expensive transfer leaving the club, going to Arsenal for 20 million. Coming into the club, you had the likes of Daley Blind from Ajax, Marcus Rojo from Sporting, Ander Herrera for 36 million, Luke Shaw for 37.5 million from Southampton. But the biggest transfer of this season was, of course, Angel Di Maria from Real Madrid for 75 million, and that is the only transfer that we're going to recreate in our rebuild here. And Di Maria has accepted his contract offer just like he did in real life, and he becomes a Manchester United player for 17 million plus Javier Hernandez. So I'm looking to bring in a new centre-back. Now I've got this guy here, Mangala, who actually joined Manchester City in real life at the age of 23, valued at about 7.5 million from Porto. Or I can bring in a player that joined Manchester United in the 21-22 season from Real Madrid. At 21 years of age, he's valued at 7 million. Rafael Varane might be the new centre-back joining Manchester United in this FIFA 14 rebuild. And there we have it. Manchester United signing Rafael Varane a few years earlier than they did in real life. He is our second signing of the second season. Now, as we skip through Season 2 here, Manchester United finished 4th in the Premier League, getting back to the Champions League places. They actually got to the second round, but they got battered by MK Dons at home 4-0. There was no Champions League or Europa League football this season for Manchester United. In the FA Cup, they reached 6th round against Arsenal, where they lost 2-1. So hopefully we can do better. Can we reach the Champions League final in our second season and get our first Champions League of this rebuild? We have reached the end of the season, and once again we have beaten Manchester City to the title. 26 wins, 10 draws, 2 losses, 84 goals scored and only 29 conceded this season. In the Community Shield we did lose to Spurs, so we've only got 1 trophy so far this season. How did we do in the FA Cup? We lost in the final to Chelsea. We beat Arsenal on penalties in the semi-finals, beat Liverpool in the quarter-finals 4-1. What about the Capital One Cup? Did we win that one? We did. We beat the rival City in the final 3-1. That's 2 trophies this season. How did we do in the Champions League? We did not make the final. We lost to PSG in the round of 16, so we did worse than last year. And Barca played Chelsea in the final of the Champions League. So 2 trophies this season, the Premier League title back-to-back, and the Capital One Cup where we beat City. Let's move on to Season 3. So in the 15-16 season, Manchester United bought in Anthony Martial for £60 million, with Morgan Schneiderlin from Southampton as well, 35 million, Memphis Depay for 34 million, Matteo Darmian for 18 million, and Bastian Schweinsteiger from Bayern Munich for 9 million. And leaving the club saw Raphael, the right back, going to Olympique Lyon, a double signing for Fenerbahce from Manchester United in the likes of Nani and Robin van Persie for a total of 12.5 million. Chicharito went to Bayer Leverkusen for 12 million, and new signing Angel Di Maria left Manchester United the year after for PSG, costing £63 million. So with Robin van Persie getting older now, he's the age of 31, we are going to go in for Robert Lewandowski this season. 26 years of age, 86 rated. Dortmund and Lewandowski accept the offers, and Lewandowski becomes our new striker at Manchester United. Now with Nemanja Vidic being over 30, I've been looking at some centre-backs. We've got a 20-year-old here by the name of Nathan Ake at Chelsea, who's got good potential, but I don't think I'll be going for him. I think I'll be picking this guy up here, Marcos Ayos Correa, also known as Marquinhos at PSG. 21 years of age, he's valued at 4.8 million. Not sure on what his rating is, but he is an exciting prospect. And PSG have accepted the offer, and so has Marquinhos. His contract has been signed. He is our second signing of this season, and we've still got 21 million to spare. So let's have a look and see if we can bring anyone else in this season. Now I've been looking for a central midfielder to join the squad. Manchester United rebought Paul Pogba from Juventus. He's got 11 months left on his contract. How cheap can we get a 22-year-old Paul Pogba? Paul Pogba becomes our 3rd signing of this season for 11.5 million. And for the 3rd season in a row, we are in the Community Shield, this time up against another London club in Chelsea. Can we right our wrongs from last season and win this one? Marquinhos and Varane as our centre-back pair in this time. Are we able to get our second Community Shield of this rebuild? Rooney puts us 1-0 up in 19 minutes. Much better than last time, where Adebayor scored the winner for Tottenham. Half an hour to go, still 1-0. Enriquez comes on from the bench and scores. And it looks like a 2-0 win seals our second Community Shield. Now in this season, Manchester United actually got knocked out of the Champions League in the group stage. Their group consisted of Wolfsburg, PSV Eindhoven and CSKA Moscow. They finished third, meaning that they got into the Europa League and made it into the last 16 of the Europa League, where they lost to Liverpool 3-1 on aggregate. In the FA Cup, they reached the final where they faced Crystal Palace. The game finished 1-1, but Jesse Lingard scored a wonderful volley in extra time for Manchester United to win 2-1. Can we win at least the Premier League again this season, and maybe even reach the Champions League final for the first time in this rebuild? And we have done it again. That is back to back to back Premier League titles for Manchester United. 84 points on the board, even less goals conceded than last season. We beat Chelsea to the league by 3 points. We won the Community Shield. That is 2 titles this season. In the FA Cup, we didn't even reach the round of 16. Spurs have won another trophy in this rebuild. Capital One Cup, we got knocked out in the semi-finals to Chelsea, who actually went on to win the trophy against Man City in the final. And then the Champions League, we didn't reach the quarter-finals. We lost in the round of 16 to Borussia Dortmund 3-1. But that's another 2 trophies this season. Let's head over to Season 4 and hopefully become winners of the Champions League for the first time in this rebuild. So we're here in Season 4 of this rebuild, the 16-17 season in real life. 4 main players came into Manchester United this season. Paul Pogba being the most expensive, who we've actually already got, costing 105 million euros. Henrik Mkhitaryan came in from Dortmund, Eric Bailly came in from Villarreal, and a free transfer from PSG for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Departing the club saw Morgan Schneiderlin leave after 1 season, going to Everton for 23 million. Memphis Depay being another player from the previous season, going to Olympique Lyon for 16 million, and a free transfer for Bastian Schweinsteiger to Chicago. Now going back to this rebuild, I think we need a left back. Fabio is 81 rated and still is only 25, but I think we can do with a better left back. And that left back is going to be Bayern Munich's David Alaba, 24 years of age. We spent 13 million on this signing. He is our new left back here at Manchester United. Now I was just going through the squad and I wanted to change things up a bit this season. I had a fair bit of money left to spend, and as you can see, I've made it a 4-4-2, and at the moment Michael Keane is in the right striker position. Now, he's not going to stay there, of course. And you've probably noticed there is a midfielder that is missing. We've got Di Maria, we've got Cruz, Kagawa and Nani. There's no Wayne Rooney. Now, Wayne Rooney's 30 at this point in Season 4, so why not use his 88 rating and his high market value to bring in a player around the same rating, add a bit of cash to it that might be able to help us win this Champions League. And that player is none other than Neymar, 89 rated striker from Barcelona. 20 million plus Wayne Rooney to bring him in. Only 24 years of age. He's going to play alongside Robert Lewandowski at Manchester United, and this should be the season where we win that Champions League trophy. Now in this season, Jose Mourinho became the coach, and they actually finished 6th in the league. In the EFL Cup, they beat Southampton 3-2 in the final, and in the FA Cup, they lost to Chelsea in the 6th round. There was Europa League football this season for Manchester United, but Jose Mourinho actually took them on to win 2-0 in the final against Ajax. Can we do one better and win that Champions League in this rebuild? And it's finally happened. We only finished 4th this season in the league with 71 points. 13 points behind Chelsea and Spurs, but Chelsea only nipped it by 2 goals. They scored the same amount as well, so what a tight end to the season. How did we do in the Community Shield? Because obviously we won the league last year. We lose to Spurs again, and it's another trophy for Spurs in this rebuild. In the FA Cup, we didn't win that one. Southampton beat West Ham in the final, and we don't reach the round of 16 again. In the Capital One Cup, Liverpool are the winners. And that's another trophy where we do not reach the round of 16. The only one that's left is the Champions League. Have we finally reached the final? And we have! We have beaten the likes of Inter, AC, Borussia Dortmund, and all that's left is Barcelona. Now I've just noticed here, Toni Kroos has actually left the club. Must have been in January. I didn't accept an offer or anything. I just got to the Champions League final and Toni Kroos isn't in the squad. So we've got Paul Pogba playing in centre mid alongside Shinji Kagawa. So not sure what's happened there, but obviously Toni Kroos wasn't happy at the club and has left. But let's get into this Champions League final and hopefully pick up our first trophy of the season and our first Champions League of this rebuild. So Barcelona have got us underway here in the Champions League final. And Neymar's already on the ball and bursting forward. Can he keep hold of it? Doesn't look like it. Alex Song wins it back. Song bursting forward. We managed to win it back. Neymar finds Kagawa running through the middle. Kagawa's in on goal here. It's Kagawa. He tried chipping the goalkeeper, but Victor Valdez keeps hold of it. Nani wins it. Wins it twice. Neymar sees Nani running through. Can he score? Yes, he can. Nani puts us 1-0 up in the Champions League final. And does his iconic celebration. We lead Barcelona in 15 minutes here. He did well to win the ball back initially. It fell to Neymar, just rolled him through. And he just puts it into that top corner. Victor Valdez had no chance. It's a great ball by Kagawa across to Di Maria, who can't find the cross. That's a great ball forward. And Messi turns away from goal. He's still turning. He's still turning. It's Messi. It's Messi again. And Phil Jones can't get there on the line. And Lionel Messi has made it level just before half time. Pretty much did it all himself. The first shot was saved by De Gea. It fell to his feet. It's pretty poor defending. But he's just dinked it over. And Phil Jones couldn't get there. It's 1-1. Di Maria with the effort, and it's a very, very poor one. Just dribbles into Victor Valdez's hands. Kagawa's won it back this time. Oh, what a ball that is by Neymar to Nani. Nani... I thought Victor Valdez was going to come out and try and smother on the ball. I've gone for the dink. And it's just blazed over the bar. That's a big opportunity wasted, and hopefully that doesn't affect the result of this game. Alexis Sanchez running down the right hand side, and Barcelona's got a corner. It was headed away, but we've won it back, and Neymar's in here. It's a 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Can he get us the lead? It's Neymar! And it just took too long with the shot, but it's one back. Neymar crossed in towards Anthony Martial. Martial's header goes over the bar. But Zaha wins it back. Zaha finds Neymar, who takes it early this time. He's hit the post. It's fallen to Martial and Di Maria, but he's offside. Just trying to find a way to break through, but we've actually lost the ball. And Messi, that's a great block by Marquinhos, I believe it was. Phil Jones wins it back now, finds Di Maria, and can we break? Di Maria finds Zaha. Kagawa finds Zaha. Zaha puts it low along the... Oh, what a save! Martial in the 90th minute cannot win it for Manchester United. And we go to extra time. Trying to get away from Cesc Fabregas, and does. And sees Neymar in the middle. And it's a great strike by Kagawa. Wow! Shinji Kagawa with an absolute rocket towards the Barcelona goal, and Victor Valdez is having the game of his life here. Alaba does well. Does very well to create this opportunity. Oh, and the cross is just too far ahead of Anthony Martial. Only a minute added on at the end of the half. At the end of the game here. We've got a throw in. Can we go forward and try and win this game? Kagawa. Can't get it forward quick enough. And it is going to be decided by penalties. Neymar steps up first. And scores. Fabregas does score against De Gea. He went the right way. I went early the other way accidentally. But Martial finds the back of the net. Messi against De Gea. Hits the post. It comes off of De Gea and finds the back of the net. Very unlucky for Manchester United there. And David Alaba regains us the lead. Alexis Sanchez stepping up to face De Gea. He goes down the middle. And that's 3-3. Di Maria does score, and Victor Valdez hasn't dived for 3 of these penalties. Ex-Man United centre-back Gerard Piqué scores 4-4. Pogba smashes it in 5-4, and we save this. We are Champions League winners. It's Pedro versus De Gea. Straight down the middle, and we're going into sudden death, starting off with Wilfried Zaha, who does score. Valdez dives the right way, and Busquets has skied it, and we are Champions League winners in this rebuild. It's took us 4 seasons, and this season was our season. Champions League winners, as Phil Jones is coming up the stairs, or the slope it is, to lift the Champions League trophy for Manchester United. 4 seasons in, we have won our first Champions League. So that is the end of Season 4, and that is also going to be the end of this episode. There will be a second part to this. If you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. I want to do a lot more with YouTube this year. I will see you in the next episode.